This is it, the biggest race of the year, World Championships 2022 here in Ligier, and tell you what, weather is glorious. I can feel the glory beaming down on me. There's some dust out there and there's some fast racers, and it's going to be an all-time race. It always is. World Champs is amazing and races in Ligier are amazing. But before we get to all the action, I want to get you up to speed, tell you a few stories, get you prepared for World Champs here in Ligier. First up, the track does have some decent changes. I mean, there was some huge changes last time we raced here, but those are starting to bed in now. They're getting a little bit more hard pack, a little bit rougher, not as fresh. So they freshened it up a little bit. We've got a few fresh sections, which near the top and closer to the bottom, which just, you know, spice things up for our World Championships. You've got to have something a little bit different, but sadly, the Fleeing Scotsman jump has been, it's been sanitized. It's unlikely that we'll see another Yeaton Flyman this year, but it looks like they might be able to put a bit of style into it, which is cool as well. Those fresh sections have been cutting up a treat and it's making a bit of line choice as well, so make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow. It's going to be good. But yeah, to the racers. There'll be a few missing out this year. British rider Matt Walker, who's been one of the fastest this year so far, he's sitting out with his knee injury, which just hasn't had time to heal, so we're not even going to see him for the rest of the year, and we're not going to see him this weekend. Just like Connor Fearon concussed himself out in Mont Saint Anne, and he's not racing this weekend, which is unfortunate because he's so good to watch. There are many other racers as well. Maureen Cabarou, who we've been missing since Leogang back at the start of the year. She was trying as hard as she could to get her back healed and stable and strong enough to be able to return to her home World Championships, but it's just not quite there, so we won't see her this weekend. Just like Tanny Seagrave, who's been out for a while, she is improving all the time from her concussion and she's getting there, but she's not wanting to take the risk yet, which is a very savvy decision and a very hard one to make. Rad to see riders making these smart decisions.
It's been pretty scary and confusing last few months. I think it's been 4 months now since I got a concussion. So yeah, it's been, like I said, wild ride, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Obviously I'm here giving Phoebe, our junior, some support. Hopefully I can be on the side of the track. I just got to see how tired I get because I'm still recovering loads. So yeah, I'm just happy to be able to hang out with the team really. It's easy for me to say that I've stepped back and taken the time off, but I'm in a privileged position where I can do that. So I think, you know, for example, if you get a privateer or someone that's on a low budget team, or you know, people that don't have support from their sponsors, it's going to be hard for them to have a hit on the head and then turn around and look fine and be like, oh actually guys, like I've got to take the whole season off. So I think that's why it's probably a taboo subject and people don't talk about it, or people are afraid to because they feel weird, but they're still able to do things. So I'm hoping that, like I said, by sharing my experience and showing, you know, that there are severe symptoms and there are severe knock-on effects if you do ride, then hopefully people will start, you know, taking more care of themselves. But so far this year I've seen a few riders line up after some big head hits, and that's really broken my heart. But like I said, you can't, it's a lot tougher for some athletes than it is for others.
Pinkbike Racing has our very own rider here at World Championships. Actually we have two. We've got the subbed in Leona Pierini from France. She's racing, got top 10 in quali today. We've also got Aimi Kenyon here for Pinkbike Racing, but she's having a good time. She's going pretty good, and she did all the jumps before her race run. The epic battle of epic proportions is still waging on, causing massive explosions and carnage everywhere. There's just bodies, and Jackson, Goldston, Jordan Williams, they're just going at it. It was Jordan today in qualifying that came out in first position, but it's never that simple between these two. It's never that simple. You got to go deeper. Look at the splits. Jackson was up at every split on Jordan, but then something happened. A crash, a washout right at the bottom. Spun round, and like, we've never seen anyone get back on a bike so quickly and barely lose momentum. He got back down to the bottom into second place. It's going to be a good race. Not tomorrow because they get another day of practice. It's a bit weird at World Champs. But come Saturday, it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be sick. Jackson wasn't the only man though to have a little whoopsie down the bottom. Thibaut Deprella, the man who won here last time we raced, was on another heater. He was absolutely giving it down those slopes. First at the splits, then wha-bam! Huge washout, lost about 4 seconds from what we can tell from the splits, and went into 4th place with a crash on that track. Come on. Will he win his first world champs still as a young elite racer? Yeah, he's looking pretty likely. Saw Bernard Kerr on track walk looking like a sad, sad boy because his alcohol delivery hadn't arrived. But luckily they found the package, it was lost in the mail, and his Martini Racing coloured custom painted pivot is here. He's having a heck of a time out on track, going very fast. And in qualifying today, he was 7th. Going by memory, about 4 seconds off, but it's really tight times at the top. So looking good for a potential podium for Bernard. He's on form this year.
Yeah, I definitely feel pretty good at the minute. I've got close to winning a race this year, so we're going to go all out and definitely try for it this week.
And he's looking very nice. Lovely. He looks great. Look at him. Wow. Look at that. Do you see that? Delicious. Someone else looking wonderful on track, the Irish lad. He's got it all now. He's got the green bike, patriotic. We thought he had a Guinness emblem on there. Apparently it's the Irish Irish symbol. He's got it all painted up, it's looking good, and he's going fast. He's going fast. Ronan Dunn, he's doing silly things. He's delighting us and the crowd with his actions, and he just got 11th in qualifying, so he's on form. It's so cool to see him getting consistent runs now. Excited to see what he can do come Saturday. Talking about past world champs, Izabela Yankova has had a tricky season so far, not performing as well as she has wanted, but those rainbow stripes seem to be coming good. Here in Léger at champs again, she's going super quick on track, real confident run from her in qualifying today, and qualified first with a decent margin. I think it was about 4 seconds. So yeah, very cool to see her back on pace now. We cannot talk about the Léger track in France without talking about French rider, absolute monster, beast man himself, winning every race, quite a few of the races. Aimi Pierron. He's looking real fast on track. Didn't quite go fastest today in qualifying, but he is close. He's in 2nd. Dear God, yep, that man goes. Look at him. Wow. Talking of past world champions, we got the OAP himself, Greg Minnaar. Saw him on track puzzling away. He had the rebound adjuster off his forks, just tweaking thing, getting that bike feeling perfect on track. He isn't quite where he wanted to be today. He's in about 8th place, but he's in touch. The man is still going quick, as he always does.
I was actually pretty surprised when we got the number boards. I was number 1. It was a bit of a shock. Forgot all about it, but it's cool. I mean, I feel pretty privileged to be on the number 1 plate.
Another French rider that could have been on for the win this week if it wasn't for their shoulder injury from Mont Saint Anne's Loris Vergier. I wasn't even sure if he was going to be riding a bike this week. Then I saw him on first practice run going well fast, really fast. Okay, right, how have you done this? Loris, tell me.
So after Mont Saint Anne, I started the recovery process with Syria, our physio, and we were moving every day, and it would get better every day. So I was really confident. Did an MRI just to check that nothing was broken or anything, and turns out I had a broken little thing on the outside. But with the calls with the surgeon and the doctors, I got approval of trying to ride after 3 weeks. So it's gonna be 3 weeks in 2 days. Hopefully we can be in the mix, but right now I really don't know. So
he's going a lot faster than someone with a sore shoulder should be. Try and say that quickly. Talking of shoulder injuries, another one that I can't believe is Camille Balanche. She broke her collarbone, snapped it less than 3 weeks ago. She should be in the middle of trying to heal it, she should be feeling really sorry for herself, sat at home watching world champs on TV going, oh, but no, she's riding. Quite well. 6th in qualifying, which is unbelievable. It'll be interesting to see if she can be feeling good enough to challenge for a podium come the weekend. But yeah, fair play riding your bike, Camille. Good on you. But saving the best to last is Miriam Nicole. She's not had the best season so far, with a few struggles as the season has gone on, but she seems to have really turned it on in World Champs in France. She is going really fast. Qualifying run done, came in clocking a time 6 seconds faster than second place Nina Hoffman. Safe to say she's feeling good. She's feeling comfortable, and if she can piece together a good run, could be a decimation come Saturday. But there's an extra day of practice. The other girls, they've got time to figure things out, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. And that is it. I do hope you are fully up to speed before we get to racing on Saturday. Don't worry though, we've got more to show you. We're going to show you the track in more detail. We're going to show you some interesting sections that are hopefully going to be on the live feed. And yeah, can't wait to see it all. It's going to be good. The sun's gone. This is amazing. Oh, 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 oh.